What's up, everybody? This is Peyton's Picks. Welcome back. My name is Peyton. I'm accompanied here with my co-host, Josiah Hall. So, we're going to talk about a little bit about last week and about the curveballs that were absolutely thrown. Our predictions, some of them were not right.
No.
We are professionals, but even professionals mess up. Einstein said that once. So, I'm sitting right there about a 50%. I'm at 3-3 record. Could be worse. Could be worse. Let's hear Josiah's record, actually.
I don't know what happened, but I'm 2-4, so.
But don't worry. This week, I'm going to go 100%. So, first off, we have one of the best games that you're probably going to see this week. Texans at the Ravens. Number 1 seed's finally coming out. That's at 4:40. So, first, I'm picking the Ravens. I know I picked against C.J. Stroud, and you obviously proved me wrong. He's one of the greatest rookie quarterbacks I think we've ever seen of all time. He also is playing against number 1 seed Ravens. They're Super Bowl favorites, Lamar's MVP favorites. That defense is scary. That offense is scary when they're finally all healthy. And they're even getting Mark Andrews back, so watch out for that. I don't think that the Texans are going to fall apart, but I think it's just going to be a shootout, and at the end, the more developed team with the veterans on it is going to end up coming out on top. But you know what I also think is going to happen? I think one man's going to win this game. His name is Justin Tucker. It's going to be 41-38 Ravens on top.
I have the Ravens winning this one. They have one of the best offenses and one of the best defenses. I bet it against the Texans team once, and it didn't go so good for me, but I'm pretty confident this time that they're going to lose, hopefully. I think it'll be closer than most people would think, though. It won't be like an absolute blowout just because C.J. Stroud is extremely clutch in the playoffs for some reason. But I do believe that the Ravens will pull this one out. Give me the Ravens, 35-28.
Next up, we have the Packers at San Francisco, 8:15 on Saturday. My pick is the San Francisco 49ers. We didn't even pick the Packers to make it past the wild card. I'm not sure how they made it past the wild card. I mean, the only reason they made it past the wild card is because the Cowboys are as consistent as my dad's cooking.
They choke.
One day, it's really good and we're eating gourmet. The next day, fire alarm's coming off and
Ain't that the
the
truth?
food's burnt. Let me tell you, these teams have some history against each other in the playoffs. And every year, it was always the 49ers taking out the Packers, taking out Aaron Rodgers' Packers. This is not Aaron Rodgers' Packers. This is Jordan Love's Packers. Sure, he looked good for 1 week, but, I mean, the fun is over when you play a really good defense and not playing the Cowboys. Let me tell you, they are a 10-point underdog, and the 49ers on the books have a 78% chance to win. I don't disagree. Give me a 31-17 score, 49ers.
I picked the 49ers. It's another game where it's hard to choose the winner just because the Packers came out of nowhere and blew out the Cowboys. But the Packers play like they have nothing to lose, which is really dangerous and scary to go up against. However, the 49ers are going to be at home, and they have a very, very, very solid defense. And if Brock Purdy can play well against the Packers, then I think that they will win this no problem. Give me the 49ers 28-16.
Next up, we have Tampa Bay Buccaneers at the Detroit Lions. Let me tell you, this was a hard game to pick. You know, obviously we're Lions fans. You don't want to be biased on this show, but let's see if we did our best. So, after watching both games, seeing how these QBs played, Jared Goff, he went 22 of 27 for 277 yards and 1 touchdown pass. Baker Mayfield ended up throwing 3 touchdown passes for 337 yards. I think he only had 6 completions on the night because his wide receivers dropped them. So he was near perfect. So it's obviously very hard to pick this game, and especially after watching the Lions secondary go down and let Puka Nacua, a rookie, drop records on them with 181 yards, 9 receptions, and a touchdown. Let's imagine what Mike Evans could do. What Mike Evans does is drop balls. Give me the Lions, baby.
Heck yeah.
Give me the Lions. We're going to rely on our passing game. Jared Goff went off. Who let him cook? You know what I'm saying? Then we're going to go with the running back game. We got Jahmyr Gibbs. He's going off, obviously. David Montgomery. He's going off, obviously. You know what? Give me 27-21 Lions. Roll Tide.
Lions. I'm going to be completely biased because I'm a Lions fan and I don't care. The Lions beat this team earlier in the season 20-6, and the Buccaneers shouldn't really even be where they're at. The Eagles should have beat them, but they're inconsistent for some reason. So, anyways, I believe wholeheartedly that the Lions will pull this one out at Ford Field. And to be honest, I'm smelling an NFC championship for the Lions and maybe a Super Bowl. Give me the Lions 31-20.
Last up, we finally disagree. It's Kansas City Chiefs at Buffalo Bills. Let me tell you, my pick is the Bills. So it all comes down to this. You know, obviously these teams have played a lot. They've had that crazy game where they went into overtime. They completely changed the overtime rule. But this is Mahomes' very first ever road game, playoff road game. Like, excluding the Super Bowl doesn't count. He's going in the Bills Mafia. It's going to be cold. Fun fact, the Bills is one of the only teams in the cold that doesn't have an underground heating system. So when they say it's negative 30 on the field, it's negative 30 on the field. The field's going to be rock hard. Injuries are going to happen to the Chiefs players because they're not prepared for that. They're not really ready to play in the cold. Sure, they play in the cold, but they don't play in the cold like that. Plus, Bills Mafia, they're a different breed when it comes to playoff times. Josh Allen somehow is a different breed when it comes to playoff times. Everybody sits there and trashes on him for throwing interceptions. So he says, watch me carry 3 dudes into the end zone for a 60-yard touchdown run. It's hard to bet against him. And Gabe Davis is coming back. And let's not forget what that man did against the Chiefs. It put him on the map. Give me 31-28 Bills.
I have the Chiefs winning this one. I bet it against them last week, and it went horribly. They can play in the cold, as we saw against the Dolphins. And I think that they're built for this. Not only that, the refs. You can't exclude the refs. They're a part of the team, too. And the Chiefs have a very, very good cornerback duo of L'Jarius Sneed and Trent McDuffie. And I think that they'll be able to lock down the duo of Stephon Diggs and Gabe Davis pretty well. I don't know if it'll be high scoring, though, just because it is in the cold. And usually when two teams have a high-powered offense, it comes down to the defense. And they're usually pretty low-scoring games. So, yeah. And the Bills have a decent defense. And the Chiefs don't have an amazing offense. So I really think it'll come down to whether the Bills can score against them. But, yeah. I believe that the Chiefs will win this, at least on paper. Give me the Chiefs 31-24.
Come back next week to see how many games we get right and then go on to the next round.
We're doing that salute from now on.